Well, a lot of areas are going to have the freeze, a hard freeze, and that means temperatures fall below 28 for several hours or an hour. So if you look at this chart, we're kind of right on pace for some of these areas to see it. Basically, maybe a little bit of delay to it, but for areas along the Mississippi River, we're kind of right where we should be. So this time of year, you would expect to see it. Further north, as you know, that was earlier in October, and Rusk County and up to Chippewa and those areas, they've already saw that a couple weeks ago too, so they're pretty much done with it. Once we see it tonight, we're pretty much going to be done with the growing season. You won't see these frost or freezes until springtime, and we're getting to the last one. So overall, that is out to tonight. So if you got anything outside you want to keep, definitely bring it inside or cover it up during this time frame, else it probably will die tonight, getting those temperatures down 28. Some areas could get even into the upper teens, and some of the colder spots like Black River Falls, Sparta, the Tacoma, those areas maybe up to Stanley could get up to the upper teens. Otherwise, generally mid to upper 20s overall. Calm winds, light winds, so overall it's going to get pretty chilly, pretty cold start. The good news with all this is we're going to have light winds, and these light winds will persist throughout Friday. So with plenty of sunshine, we're going to get back up into the mid 50s for most areas, low 50s up to the north. Cloud cover will stay to the east of it. So this is about where we should be. So overall, a nice end to the work week. And for Friday night football, pretty much what you expect too. Obviously you need a jacket this time of year, but it's going to be calm conditions. Now, Saturday we're going to start seeing winds turn around. There is a little bit of a front, and I'll show you here in a bit what I mean with that. That'll turn the winds around, and more cloud cover, mid to high clouds will push in. So our temperatures will fall probably after midnight, and then maybe start rising to near 40 or mid 30s as we get closer to the morning hours. So it will be warmer or milder going into Saturday. And then Saturday's temps, we have a lot of cloud cover. This is going to keep the temperatures probably from reaching 60 in a lot of areas. There is some precipitation chance here, very low, but more clouds than anything else. And then as we go into Sunday, I think the clouds in the morning give way to more sunshine, so this will actually help our temperatures probably get up into the 60s if you're south of I-90. So overall, a nice Sunday with light winds too for the most part. As I mentioned too, the precipitation coming on, it's really two systems. This one to the south that's spinning around here, and one to the Pacific West Coast, or you can see that one just ahead of it too. They're going to come through, and they're going to be interacting with each other eventually. So we're going to see some of that Saturday, and then for next week we got another system too. But it's that one to the south too you got to keep an eye on, and I'll show you that. We time it out. Here's the cloud cover that starts increasing, and that southeast wind is a warm front's just to the west. This will start increasing clouds, and then here's the precipitation. Very light precipitation, but it's a possibility to see some of that as we go throughout Saturday morning, and mainly north of I-94, stretching into northern Wisconsin. It's a 3D look, so you can see that where it shows yellow, it kind of pops up a little bit more, stronger shower. This will come through, but a lot of this may not reach the ground. As you note, a lot more cloud cover Saturday than anything else. Even a little shower possible as we go to Saturday night. But once again, those are light amounts. So we'll track that a little better to see if it actually does persist. But next week, the chances do increase, but they are coming back down a little with the system as it's going to kind of split with a main piece coming to the south. So overall, seasonal conditions next week, we'll just have to time out the precipitation chances as we get closer. But overall, Friday and the weekend is still shaping up to be pretty nice.
All right, some good news. Thanks, Greg.